Welcome, respected friends. Let us spend our 1 hour above as our deep, sincere sadhana, in which has permitted to us or as ordered to us by the divine. We are doing Ganapati Stotras, we are doing Veda Parayanam, we are doing common sense thought study, we do our Prarthana Sankalpa, we do our Upanishad mantra Parayanam, we do our Upanishad Adhyanam. All of them are with the clear greatest purpose of ourselves, tuning to the ultimate in all the ways as it is required, as it is possible. More is required. जिस तरह से परमात्मा से हमें ट्यून होना है, वो सारी बातें में थियोरेटिकली समझ में आए, प्रैक्टिकली करते हुए उसमें निष्ठा पाए. इसके लिए फ्रॉम विद इन और फ्रॉम द डिवाइन, whatever the blessings, guidance we need, invoking all of that we are doing every of the classes throughout the day and every aspect in every of the class. In the Upanishad, Shwethashwathara Panchamodhyaya, most important topic of analyzing you and I, who are we, the Jiva. Subject is being discussed, it's very, very important, crucial. Who exactly we are, mistaken we are, and those mistakes, how to rectify, to know who exactly we are. And in our exact we, there is no problem. It's just Muktasthit. So, to know what sadhana to do to reach to the goal, we also must know what we are now living as. And we are not even aware that what exactly we are made up of. Everywhere, like at the body level too, are we aware that what we are made up of at the body level? Every part of the body, its functionings, names, no, उसमें होने वाले disease, nothing known, but we still live with the body. So too, with our entire Jiva Bhava, we live without knowing what exactly this Jiva. This subject which we are studying, these 5 mantras, 6 mantras, gives very clear picture about what we the Jiva are. Tvam Let us be conscious with full Shraddha to study and grasp. Yes, before that our Upanishad Mantrocharana, before that our Prarthana Sankalpa, before that the common sense thought, before that Vedic chanting. It will go on till this Rigveda is over and also our Prasthanatraya is over. It may take 1 more year, even little more. Daily 10-15 minutes तो लगेगा ही. Ganapati Stotras also will be done. Dekho, if Lord wants, once these Ganapati Stotras are over, one class we may take for half an hour only to do the Stotra Parayana. We thought we have done all. Those days during our classes like this, we used to do the first um, 600 days of our, so far done 2000 days. बट हमको लगा हो गए, बट देखोगे तो और हजारों हजारों स्तोत्र है. This is one way, hold on to one stotra, through that invoke one God. This other way, every stotra you go through and through that also invoke the God only, of course, in various forms. Purpose is same. So we may do it. Let us see. Now, let us do the Ganapati Stotras. Om Ata Shri Shodasha Ganapati Stavam. Om Pratamo Bala Vignesho Dvitiyas Taruno Bhavet Trutiyo Bhakta Vignesha चतुर्थो वीरविघ्नपः पञ्चमः शक्तिविघ्नेशः षष्ठो ध्वजगणाधिपः सप्तमः सिद्धिरुद्दिष्टः उच्छिष्टश्चाष्टमः स्मृतः नवमो विघ्नराजः स्यात् दशमः क्षिप्रनायकः हेरम्बश्चैकादशः स्याद्द्वादशो लक्ष्मीनायकः हेरम्बश्चैकादशः स्यात् द्वादशो लक्ष्मीनायकः त्रयोदशो महाविघ्नो विजयाख्यश्चतुर्दशः नृत्ताख्यः पञ्चदशः स्यात् षोडशश्चोर्ध्वनायकः एतत् षोडशकं नाम सर्वा स्तोत्रं सर्वार्थसाधकं त्रिसन्ध्यं यः पठेन्नित्यं स सुखी सर्वतो जयी तस्य विघ्नाः पलायन्ते वैनतेयात् यथो रगाः गणेश्वरप्रसादेन महाज्ञानी भवेत् ध्रुवम् इति षोडश गणपतिस्तवम्. Let us do next one. Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Stotra. Om Atha Shri Siddhi Vinayaka Stotram. Om Om Vignesha Vignachaya Kandana Namadheya Shri Shankaratmaja Suradhi Pavandya Pada Durga Mahavrata Falakila Mangalatman Vignam Mamapahara Siddhi Vinayakatvam सत्पद्मरागमणिवर्ण शरीर कांति श्री सिद्धि बुद्धि परिचर्चित कुंकुम श्री वक्षस्थले वलयिताति मनोज्ञ शुंडः विघ्नं ममापहर सिद्धि विनायकत्वं पाशांकुशाब्ज परशूंश्च दधच्चतुर्भिः दोर्भिश्च शोणकुसुम सृगुमाङ्गजातः सिन्दूरशोभितललाटविधु प्रकाशः विघ्नं ममापहर सिद्धिविनायकत्वं कार्येषु विघ्नचयभीतविरिञ्च मुख्यैः सम्पूजितः सुरवरैरपि मोदकाद्यैः सर्वेषु च प्रथममेव सुरेषु पूज्यो विघ्नं ममापहर सिद्धिविनायकत्वं शीघ्रां च नस्खलनतुङ्ग रवोर्ध्वकण्ठ स्थूलेन्दुरुद्रगणहासितदेवसङ्गः शूर्पश्रुतिश्च पृथुवर्तुलतुङ्गस्तुन्दो विघ्नं ममापहर सिद्धिविनायकत्वं यज्ञोपवीतपदलम्बितनागराज मासादिपुण्यददृशीकृतरुक्षराजः भक्ताभयप्रददयालय विघ्नराज विघ्नं ममापहर सिद्धिविनायकत्वं सद्रत्नसारथतिराजितसत्किरीटः कौसुम्बचारुवसनद्वय ऊर्जितश्रीः सर्वत्र मङ्गलकरः स्मरणप्रतापः विघ्नं ममापहर सिद्धिविनायकत्वं देवान्तकाद्यसुरभीतसुरार्तिहर्ता विज्ञानबोधनवरेण तमोपहर्ता आनन्दितत्रिभुवनेश कुमारबन्धो विघ्नं ममापहर सिद्धिविनायकत्वम् इति श्रीमुद्गलपुराणे श्रीसिद्धिविनायकस्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम्. ॐ अथ श्रीसङ्कटनाशन गणेशस्तोत्रं देवकृतम्. ॐ नमो नमस्ते परमार्थरूप नमो नमस्ते अखिलकारणाय नमो नमस्ते अखिलकारकाय सर्वेन्द्रियाणामधिवासिनेऽपि नमो नमो भूतमयाय तेस्तु नमो नमो भूतकृते सुरेश नमो नमः सर्वधियां प्रबोध नमो नमो विश्वलयोद्भवाय नमो नमो विश्वभृतेऽखिलेश नमो नमः कारणकारणाय नमो नमो वेदविदामदृश्य नमो नमः सर्ववरप्रदाय नमो नमो वागविचारभूत नमो नमो विघ्ननिवारणाय नमो नमो भक्तमनोरथघ्ने नमो नमो अभक्तमनोरथघ्ने नमो नमो भक्तमनोरथज्ञ नमो नमो भक्तमनोरथेश नमो नमो विश्वविधानदक्ष नमो नमो दैत्यविनाशहेतो नमो नमः सङ्कटनाशकाय नमो नमः कारुणिकोत्तमाय नमो नमो ज्ञानमयाय तेस्तु नमो नमो अज्ञानविनाशनाय नमो नमो भक्तविभूतिदाय नमो नमो अभक्तविभूतिहन्त्रे नमो नमो भक्तविमोचनाय नमो नमो अभक्तविबन्धनाय नमो नमस्ते प्रविभक्तमूर्ते नमो नमस्तत्त्वविबोधकाय नमो नमस्तत्त्वविदुत्तमाय नमो नमस्ते किलकर्मसाक्षिणे नमो नमस्ते गुणनायकाय इति श्रीगणेशपुराणे उपासनाखण्डे चत्वारिंशोऽध्याये देवकृत सङ्कष्टनाशनगणेश स्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम्। ॐ ॐ नमो नारायणाय 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 ॐ नमो ओमत सङ्कष्टनाशनगणेशस्तोत्रम् श्रीनारदकृत ॐ नारद उवाच ॐ प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकं भक्तावासं स्मरेन् नित्यम् आयुष्कामार्थसिद्धये प्रथमं वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकं तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्त्रं चतुर्थकं लम्बोदरं पञ्चमं च षष्ठं विकटमेव च सप्तमं विघ्नराजं च धूम्रवर्णं तथाष्टमं नवमं बालचन्द्रं च दशमं तु विनायकम् एकादशं गणपतिं द्वादशं तु गजाननं द्वादशैतानि नामानि त्रिसन्ध्यं यः पठेन्नरः न च विघ्नभयं तस्य सर्वसिद्धिकरं प्रभो विद्यार्थी लभते विद्यां धनार्थी लभते धनं पुत्रार्थी लभते पुत्रान् मोक्षार्थी लभते गतिं जपेद् गणपतिस्तोत्रं षड्भिर्मासैः फलं लभेत् संवत्सरेण सिद्धिं च लभते नात्र संशयः अष्टभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यश्च लिखित्वा यः समर्पयेत् तस्य विद्या भवेत् सर्वा गणेशस्य प्रसादतः इति श्रीनारदपुराणे सङ्कटनाशनं नाम गणेशस्तोत्रम् संतान गणपति संसार मोहन हेरंब हेरंब. These four we will do in our next class. I need not say every time that when such stotras are chanted, try to know the meaning in advance if you know that stotra. If not, just listen at the time of chanting here with full prayerful mind, saying to Ganapati or the Lord, in this stotra, whatever the stutis are there, prarthanas are there, O Lord, please consider them to be mine also. Later on, again you know the meaning and again chant for yourself with the meaning in the mind. So this can be a very fruitful exercise. For that matter, every sadhana is very fruitful exercise provided we do it consciously with the purpose in mind, with the paddhati in mind. Now let us do our Vedic chanting of 4 or 5 anuvakas. Om Atha Veda Parayinam Rugvedah Dashamamandalam Atha Ashtachatvarimshat Adhika Shatatamanuvakadarabhya 148 in Rigveda Dashama Mandalam. I hope you got it and you are seeing it every day. If there is any doubt in you, I have to take 2 minutes to search and send it to you. Mhm. नहीं मिला अभी। You can search it to save the time. Mm, I'm not able to find it. How to search it? Narayana Hari. Narayana Hari. संस्कृत डॉट documents.com में आप सर्च करो. It is taking time. Later I will send you. Mm. From the thing which I am doing, it cannot be forwarded. Om Sushvana sa indrastumasi sasa vamsaschatuvinrum navajam ano bharasuvitam yasya chakantvanatana sanuyamattvota रुष्वस्त्वमिन्द्रशूरजातो दासेर्विशस्सूरेण सख्या गुहाहितं गुह्यं गूढमप्सु बिभ्रुमसि प्रस्रवणेन सोमम् हर्यो वागिरो अभ्यर्च विद्वान् ऋषीणां विप्र सुमतिं च कानः ते स्यामये रणयन्त सोमैरेनो ततुभ्यं रतोढभक्षैः इमा ब्रह्मेन्द्रतुभ्यं शंसिदानृभ्यो नृणां शूरशवः तेभिर्भवनः सक्रतुर्येषु चाकन्नु तत्रायस्व गृणत उतस्तेन श्रुतिहवमिन्द्रशूरपृथ्या उतस्तव सेवेन्यस्यार्कैः आयस्ते योनिं घृतवन्तमस्वारोर्मिर्न निम्नैर्द्रवयन्तवक्वाः सविता यन्त्रैः पृथिवीमरं नादस्कम्भने सविता द्यामद्बृंहत अश्मविमाधुक्षध्वनिम्यन्तरिक्ष मातूर्ते बद्धं सविदा समुद्रं यत्र समुद्रस्कभितो व्यौनदपां नपात् सविता तस्य वेद अतो भूरत आ उत्थितं रजोतो द्यावा पृथिवी अप्रथेतां पश्चेदमन्यदभवद्यजत्रममर्त्यस्य भुवनस्य भूना सुपर्णो अङ्गसवितुर्गरुत्मान् पूर्वो जातः सौ अस्यानुधर्म गाव इव ग्रामं यूयुधिरिवाश्वान्वाश्रेव वत्सं सुमना दुहान पथिरिव जायामभिनोन्येतु धर्ता दिवः सविता विश्ववारः हिरण्यस्तूपः सवितर्यथा त्वाङ्गिरसो जुह्वे वाजे अस्मिन् एवा त्वार्चन्नवसे वन्दमान सोमस्येवांशुं प्रतिजागराहम् समिद्धश्चित्समिध्यसे देवेभ्यो हव्यवाहन आदित्यैरुद्रैर्वसुभिर्न आगहि मृडीकाय न आगहि इमं यज्ञमिदं वचो जुजुषाण उपागहि मर्ता सस्त्वा समिधान हवामहे मृडीकाय हवामहे त्वामुजातवेदसं विश्ववारं गृणे धिया अग्ने देवा आवहनः प्रियव्रतान् मृळीकाय प्रियव्रतान् अग्निर्देवो देवानामभवत् पुरोहितोऽग्निं मनुष्या ऋषय समीधिरे अग्निं महोदनसातावहं हवे मृडीकं धनसाथये अग्निरत्रिं भरद्वाजङ्गविष्टिरं प्रावन्नः कण्वं त्रसदस्युमाहवे अग्निं वसिष्ठो हवते पुरोहितो मृडीकाय पुरोहितः। एक और पढ़ेंगे 151। श्रद्धयाग्निः समिद्यते श्रद्धया हूयते हविः श्रद्धां भगस्य मूर्धनि वचसा वेदयामसे प्रियं श्रद्धे ददतः प्रियं श्रद्धे दिदासतः प्रियं भोजेषु यज्वस्विदम् उदितं हृदि यथा देवा असुरेषु श्रद्धामुग्रेषु चक्रिरे एवं भोजेषु यज्वस्वस्माकमुदितं हृदे श्रद्धां देवा यजमाना वायुगोपा उपासते श्रद्धां हृदय्यया कूत्या श्रद्धया विन्दते वसो श्रद्धां प्रातर्हवामहे श्रद्धां मध्यं दिनं परे श्रद्धां सूर्यस्य निमृचि श्रद्धे श्रद्धापयेह नः। अब देखो, so many important things about told about the Shraddha, which was our topic of discussion in our yesterday's common sense thought. Very, very wonderfully correlated, or it's Bhagavan's grace how he relates the things for us. Om Namo Narayanaya. Enough today for the Vedic chanting. In our next activity today of common sense thought, 1 second, a small, 1 second मार नारायण श्री रामा रक्ष मां पाहि मां। ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय। Respected friends, in today's simple common sense thought is, with all our study of the Shastras regularly, have we reached to the level of pondering, thinking, contemplating? Then only what is said is understood, what is meant is understood, what is told to be reached is understood, what is told to be done is understood. Pondering when we do. These are the few crucial things as an outcome of our regular sadhana, regular shravana should happen in us. If it has already happened, we are lucky. If not, we can aim at making it happen. First thing is what? With all the things that are happening to me, with all the things that I am doing, first and foremost, I am somebody other than this sharira. That thick attachment between me and sharira, at least at the intellectual understanding, conviction level, should be dissolved. Later on, sadhana and anubhuti. But first of all, the intellectual understanding should be there as a result of what? Every day we are listening through all our Shastras, Upanishads. I am not this Sharira. I am an entity within the Sharira who is called as the JEEVA. Fix that word JEEVA, you will be safe. First and foremost, that should happen in us as firmly as possible, as quickly as possible. I am not Deha, I am the Dehi. I am not Sharira, I am the Shariri. I am not the Gruha, I am the Gruhastha. I am not the car, I am the Karastha. I am not the train or aeroplane. I am the one who is in the train and aeroplane. है ना? Like when we travel in car driving, with the entire car we identify. That's why we are able to negotiate in our driving without hitting any part of the car to the road anywhere. It is not that the seat in which I am seated, that alone I am taking care of it safely. No, entire car. So too, one who drives a lorry which is bigger than car, he identifies with the entire lorry आगे पीछे बीच में. So to the one who is flying the aeroplane, the entire aeroplane, the pilot is identified with. No, you can't say that, chalo, I am sitting in the cockpit, anything can happen to the tail or the wings or the body. No, somebody is driving the train. There may be 25 coaches. He is identified with the last coach. Two. Now, in all these examples, common is even though he is identified with them, yet he is none of them. And a two-wheelerist, though driving two-wheeler, identified with the entire two-wheeler, आगे से पीछे तक, but still he knows he is not it. So to a car driver, knows he is not car. Identified with the car for driving, but he is not the car. That identity is only to drive. That identity of the pilot is only to fly the plane. The identity of the train person, driver, only to drive it. He is not all the bogies. The difference between necessity to identify to do the work and also know that I am not it. And the, the clarity. So to somebody's, you know, whatever the word you call it as, I don't know English, driving the steamer, let us say, whatever you call him, ship or big steamer, very, very huge, with 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 containers. So he is identified the entire steamer or ship at the time of driving to see that nothing is harmed of that steamer. Yet he is at any time, once he docks it or puts it on the whatever the place, he just comes out of it. So he is somebody other than it. With all these examples, what is conveyed is in our thinking and contemplation, this reality we have to realize. Understand that I am in the body, like the driver is in the car, every part of the body, like the driver identifies with the every part of car. Yet he is not the car. So too I am not the Sharira. That understanding, how clearly it has come, how deeply it has come, both clarity and depth, convincing depth. Anna. So to that car anything happens, he repairs it, but he is not worried because he is not the car. So too I repair the Sharira as long as it can be, but I am not worried. And when the car goes totally out of repairability, I dispose it, but I remain continuous. So to the body when becomes non-repairable, it will die, but not me. That me is called Jiva. First, Naham Dehosmi, Aham Jivosmi, that clarity has it come. While being in the car, I am not the car, though identified with the car. While being in the Sharira, identifying with every part, being aware of anything happening anywhere. I know there is stomach pain, there is knee pain, or there is obesity, or there is a back pain, or there is health. I know all that of the body. Still, I am the knower, but I am not the body. Who am I then? The Jiva. Who is that Jiva will be studied in the text today. But in the common sense thought today, we are just touching upon few things. Second is that Jiva me, be attentive. I have to come to the second understanding conviction about me as a result of every day studying the Shastras that I am not a samsari, the seeker of anything outside, but I am the sadhaka, the seeker of my essential self. The purpose of our everyday studying Upanishads, Vedanta Shastras is to bring to our cognition, understanding, conviction this truth. Second truth is, as a jiva, I am the sadhaka and not samsara. I have to mold myself to be a sadhaka from being a samsari now. Samsari, to a simple definition, seeks anything other than the self. And the sadhaka, simple definition is the one who seeks nothing other than the self. So anything other than self, samsari. Nothing other than self is sadhaka. The second conviction should come in us. Are you body? No. Who are you? Jiva. As a jiva, are you samsari? No. Who are you? Sadhaka. And naturally, sadhaka of the self, the seeker of the self one. Okay. Every samsari also is a seeker, but of the not self. He is seeking something of the world, not self. So seeking is there in both. But what is sought that differentiates one, whether one is samsari or sadhaka. So the anatma seeker is samsari, the seeker of the atman self is sadhaka. Second thing, though we are talking it under common sense thought, yes, it's truly common sense thought for those who are regularly coming to the class because this is the common point every day we are discussing. Have we got it? Like in world also, life also. Every day we have tea, coffee, breakfast, but have we got the maturity of having them in a calculated manner? Okay, at what time I should take and how much I should take, in what way I should take. No. So the common sense is the most uncommon thing, though it is very much required every moment. So we don't have common sense even in our day-to-day schedule. So how can we have the common sense of spirituality so easily? Yet we are putting it under the title of common sense because this is what is the common thing sensibly every day discussed. Now the third conviction is what? When I am the seeker of the self. Remember, three things. Very beautiful. All my understandings should be regarding the self. Understandings means efforts. Efforts to understand. All my efforts to understand should be about the self because we are the seeker of the self. Second is very crucial. Very, very crucial. That is all my prayers to whomever we have faith in that they can bless me have to be only for the self. Very crucial point it is. As I was telling you the other day, very reading that Purana Skanda. Hundreds of stories. In every story, one or the other, matlab Punya Kshetra. Now the Reva Khanda is going on about the Narmada river and Amarkantaka, and around that the thousands and thousands of divine places. There, continuously the stories are coming that this Bhakta came, he established this Shivalinga or Vishnu Linga, Vishnu Murti, and he did this Upasana. Then Lord came. Every time Bhagavan says, Baramango, only two words, the translator writes. Then the Bhakta asks one or the other. And the Lord himself gives the Phala Shruti there. Ki whoever does my puja here, he will get Swarga. He will get, you know, the Phala of the 100 Ashwamedha Yagas. He will remain as Indra for that 100 Mahakalpas, all of that. I was reading, we were reading, we were coming in here, with the Upanishadic background. You understand? With the Upanishadic Tattva Jnana studied background. It was appearing so clearly that even the Lord may, if we are inadvertent, bless us with something other than Paramatma Tattva, the moksha. We have to be aware even there. So I was reading them, off late I started. Most of the Punya Kshetra, physically though, we don't know when we get a chance. While studying only, I just feel like it is written that the Narmada river and the other, yesterday the Kaveri river, when they merge, that place when you take bath, you get this 1,000 yajna phala. So I just take mentally the bath in that and say the 1,000 yajna phala which takes me to Swargadi, that I don't want. If it can be exchanged, give me the antarmukhatva. Give me the ability to do the Atma Dhyana. Give me the Atmanubhuti. Give me the Nishtha in Atmanubhuti. You understand? So too, last 7 to 8 days, Ganapati, 100 stotras we chanted in all our 6 classes. And 36 classes. If not 100, at least 70 stotras. So it all of them also very falashrutis are mentioned. So we as Adhyatmic sadhakas should not seek any of those, follow how much ever tempting, enchanting it may be, because that is also binding. We should ask only for moksha giving Atmanubhuti. Now you understand the meaning of what is said by Krishna in Gita, Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Puranaha Api. What is the advice of Krishna to Arjuna who asked for Shreyas? Nistraigunya Bhava means Nisamsari Bhava means Nishkamo Bhava. See that? Now, much more can be elaborated. I am cutting short here. The second one is what? Our prarthanas are to be only for that. Whether you do Ganesha Upasana or chant Ganesha Stotras or do Ganesha Japa or go to Ganesha Mandir or listen to Ganesha Katha or listen to Ganesh Purana or see the Ganesha Sambandhi cinema or Ganesha Sambandhi quotations or visited the Ganesh Pandal during Vinayaka Ganesha Utsavas. Then now the Dashahara will come, the Navaratras. So 9 days we go to all Pandals of Mother. Or we may again chant lots of stotras. In and through all that, our prarthana should be only one. Common sense thought, huh? Taromada, bless me to be antarmukhi. Bless me to be spashta about the Atma Jnana. Bless me to be highly contemplative, meditative. Bless me to experience the self in me. That's the moksha I understood through Upanishads. So this is the second one. First one was our jnana prayatna should be for the self only, because that I am the sadhaka of that self. Second is the prarthana. Very powerful it is, very useful it is. See the mistake? We do prarthana for something not self. By that, we are compelling the Lord to put us in bondage. This is called common sense. After studying Upanishad sufficiently, that I should not ask the Lord for anything. प्रार्थना पूछे तो देना पड़ता है उनको, देवेंगे तो हमें लेना पड़ता है, लिए तो फिर वो खत्म होने तक हमें उसी में बाउंड होना पड़ता है. Like I wanted for the flying in the flight. Once the flight takes off, till it is landed, you are in the flight only. तो बीच में उतर नहीं सकते. So too, something the Lord said tadastu, you have to be in that for a long time. Like Yamaraja says in Kathopanishad, ki I asked for the Yamapada, Deko for the entire Mahakalpa, I am given that. Luckily, by being Yama, he learned from somebody the Brahma Vidya, he became Mukta and he became Brahma Vidya Acharya. This particular Yama, not necessarily every Yama. Every kalpa में यम बदलते रहते हैं. Everybody, all. So too you see in Bhagavatam 4th skanda that Dhruva, he asked for a Vishesha Loka which is long living. After asking it, he realized, yeah, instead of asking Bhakti Mukti, what I asked for. Then he corrects his prayer. Bhagwan, give me the moksha. Bhagwan says, तुमने पहला वो मांगा, मैंने तथास्तु कह दी. So you have no way, those 15,000 years, Devata years, you have to be there as a Dhruva in the Dhruva Loka. Thereafter you get the moksha. All that Puranas and this Skanda teach us, if you have common sense, that pray to the Lord for the Atmanubhuti, Tattvanubhuti, Adhisthana Brahmanubhuti, and not for anything else. Even if the Lord wants to give us everything, anything, unasked, we should say that nahi chahiye. मुझे आत्मानुभव चाहिए. है ना? And in all these Puranic stories we see, for these many years or the kalpas, having enjoyed these or that sarga bhoga, then you get the moksha, the Lord says. We should ask, नहीं नहीं पहले मोक्ष दो बस, ये बाकी नहीं चाहिए. Why even delay? है ना? Like when he says, as a Raja or Samrat, you will have all the bhoga. We must know that even though as a Raja Samrat, yes, everything may be convenient, but the old ages, the daily efforts of taking care of kingdom, they are all there. राजभोग होंगे वहां कहा. एज ए राजा जो ड्यूटीज होते हैं उसमें डिफिकल्टीज होते हैं, वो नहीं होंगे तो नहीं कहेंगे ना भगवान. है ना? लाइक यू विल एंजॉय लाइक ए प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ कंट्री. Yeah, the Prime Minister post is very great, enjoyable. But it is endowed with so many of difficulties also. Lord need not mention that, it goes without saying. Like any avatar also when he comes, he enjoys his work of Dushta Sikshana, Shishta Rakshana, Dharma Rakshana, yet he is going through his difficulties, no? Why should we seek that? That is the second one, Prarthana. And third one is Sankalpa. Very powerful. That I have to do Sankalpa. Ki whatever sadhanas today I am not able to do, tomorrow I will do. In the future I will do. I shall do. Let all obstacles go away, that I am able to do the sadhana. Like we might have done it. Ki are not able to do the Upanishadic study. Sometime I must study. Sometime I must study. That brought us to this opportunity of study. That's why you see every day we are so effortlessly coming and coming mechanically too. ये हो गया सिनेमा सीरियल टीवी सीरियल जैसे कुछ लोग देखते हैं. You and I, the few 4-5 hours, every day come and sit so regular. That's the bala or phala of the sankalpa and prarthana. But only this much sankalpa we might have done. So this is what is being blessed us with. But this is not enough, no? So the sankalpa also should be for I must sit for 4 hours, 5 hours dhyana. I must become antarmukha and go beyond the upadis. ये संकल्प करना है. प्रार्थना भी संकल्प. So jnanam prarthana sankalpa. Then the last common sense thought is to the extent possible, every moment, with the self-invoked inspiration, practically we have to do the sadhana also. Even if it is 1 minute, even if it is 2 minutes, conscious. है ना? In the present साधना. बाद में क्या होगा उस समय देखते हैं. लेकिन रात में सडनली 2 बजे नींद खुली है. अरे क्यों खुली? रो मत. Those 2 o'clock also 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if you can do that inner sadhana, you do it. बट उसके कारण नेक्स्ट डे बिगड़ जाएगा, वो बात की बात. पहले आप साधना का चांस मिल रहा है ना, करो. यू अंडरस्टैंड? कंटिन्यूअसली our पुरुषार्थ एफर्ट also should be साधना. तो साधना का एफर्ट, साधना का संकल्प, साधना का प्रार्थना, साधना का स्पष्ट ज्ञान. These are all the four. If I am a sadhaka, I have to engage in. So who am I? Am I a body or jiva? Jiva. Who am I as a jiva? Am I a samsari or sadhaka? Sadhaka. Sadhaka of what? Only Atmavastu. If I am the Atmavastu sadhaka, then what are my duties every day? Atmavastu sambandhi jnanam, Atma prapti hetu prarthana, Atma prapti sadhana hetu sankalpa, and then Atma prapti sadhana karnam. Karna means doing. Totally engrossed in that. First, let us discover self. Then, let us sufficiently be worried about the world later on. The beauty is, when the self is discovered, there is no world other than me to be worried. I alone am the world. And anything that is happening in the world is not so much meaningful that I have to be worried about. Like what is the position of the water in an ocean when thousands of waves are coming and going? It says, I am the water intact. There's just a waving going on, a play. My Shakti, with which I am expressing as waves, big or small, they have no purpose specific to be worried about. I am intact. I am the substratum of all of them. They are just expressions. They have no definite purpose to be achieved. Isn't it? Realizing the self, being the self is the purpose. Beyond that, there is no purpose. We attribute purposes, and that's called samsara. For a jnani, he just expresses himself. There's no purpose. Like why Bhagavan Shankara has written all these books, started his mission and all. It just happened through him. He has no definite purpose that he has to achieve. Because the one who achieves the self, which is Purna, there's nothing more purpose remains. Then what is all this? The divinity expressing through him as Krupa Karuna for others, for the sake of others. He is not any particular doer to achieve something, isn't it? It's highest level. Like there are some great Mahatmas. They just write the books without any inner, like that purpose of ego. हाँ कोई पढ़े तो पढ़ेंगे नहीं तो नहीं पढ़े. How does it matter? I am not definitely insisting. It's expression of me, that's it. थोड़ा ये सटल है, ये कभी क्लिक होगा, डोंट वरी. अब इतना तो आ गया ना. आई एम नॉट शरीर, आई एम द जीव. As a jiva, I am not samsari, I am sadhaka. I am the sadhaka of the Atmanubhava. For that, my jnanam is for that, prarthana is for that, sankalpa is for that, and every moment, prayatna, effort, sadhana also only for that. This, every one of them in these are important. है ना? This is the true common sense outcome if we are regularly coming to these Upanishad classes. Otherwise, if there's no difference between us who are studying such sublime Upanishads and ourselves before we started it, and then our time is wasted, our time of the gurus is wasted, and we have humiliated our shastras, classes, etc. Okay, when you don't value something, it's an insult to it. है ना? ये थॉट आना चाहिए, मैं उपनिषद पढ़ रहा हूँ, मेरे में क्या फर्क हो रहा है, देन क्या होना चाहिए. दीज आर द थिंग्स. The clearest understanding that I am not Sharira, I am Jiva, seeking my essential self. If I don't seek myself, the self, anything else I seek, I will be bound on. That's what is our morning class, evening class. In all our texts, we are seeing. Think Om, 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubhihi. Om Shankaram Shankaracharya. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyana. Om Shruti Smriti Puranana. Om Jagatim Avitum Kalita Kritayo. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam. Param Brahmane Shruti Matre Samasta Brahma Vidyacharya ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्ति सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पूर्वभिवृद्धि धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयः राम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृते धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा अस्याम कक्षायाम आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः अद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं नित्यानंदं निराधारं पारायणं Trutiyodhyayah. Can we do the chanting from 13 to 16? Om Angushtamatra Purushontaraatma Sada Jananam Hridaye Sannivishtaha. आज भी आएगा. हृदामन्वीषो मनसा विक्लुप्तः य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ते सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम् उतामृतत्वस्येषानः यदन्नेनातिरोहति सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति. You know, all these things we thoroughly studied, and that's how we could very effectively, efficiently forget also. Fifth chapter, seventh mantra. Om Gunanvayo Yah Falakarma Karta कृतस्य तस्यैव स च उपभोक्ता स विश्वरूपस्त्रिगुणस्त्रिवर्त्मा प्राणादिपः संचरति स्वकर्मभिः. What is the Sambandha Bhashya for this? Idanim Tvam padartham upavarnaitum uttare mantraha prastuyante. These five mantras, six mantras, prastuyante, presented in front of us to convey the Tvam pada artha, the Jiva, every Jiva. You, me, animal, buffalo, tree, plant, insect. सारे जीव ये components से बनते हैं. These are the ingredients that go in the making of a jiva. So important topic. Consciously listen with Bhashyam directly. First one is first the eight things said in this shloka. Next shloka और चार उसके बाद में पांच ऐसे हैं. So in this shloka the eight are Jiva is he, Thampada is that, wherein Gunanvayata. Second is Phala Karta. Third is Krutasya Karmasya Phala Bhokta. Fourth one is Vishwarupaha. Fifth Trigunaha. Sixth Trivartma. Seven Pranadipaha. Eight Swakarmabihi Sancharati. Now we have to understand the meaning of each of these words so that we grasp what do we mean by the Jiva, about whom we still have vagueness. Who am I, Jiva? The transmigrating Jiva from one Sharira to the other. When one is in one Sharira, the one who is conducting all the things, the one who is going through all experiences, who exactly is he? Aina? Everywhere it is so. For example, let us say, I live in this house. A general sentence. Till particularly asked, what is the house is made up of? The two ways we say. The house is made up of the drawing room, bedroom, three bedroom, kitchen, hall, washrooms attached and all, with a terrace and portico, backyard, kitchen garden. I say I am living in the house, but what house is made up of? When you ask these things. Another way of saying is, what is the house is made up of? Is it's made up of the bricks and the steel and the sand and the cement and all that, isn't it? Unless we ask, details are not known. Unless we think, details are not known. In the same way, in the second aspect, my kitchen. Again, the kitchen, tell me about the kitchen within the house. Again, it is 4 by 3 or 6 by 4, sized one. Made with again the bricks and polished stones and this and that sink and wash basin and all of that. More detail पूछो तो, my kitchen is, there is a place for the stove for cooking. This is the place for all utensils. This is the place for all groceries. This is a place to stand and cook. And along with the place, the things. So kitchen means all these utensils, mixes, whatever you put in the kitchen, the refrigerators, microwaves, toasters, जो भी आप लगाते हो. What is it made up of, kitchen? So I can drive in a car. When I asked what the car is made up of, then the thinking. The physical part of the body of the tires and the bonnet and the seats and all, then the machinery part, the engine part. In that, so many things. Isn't it? Government, when we say, it is the people represented by the people holding different portfolios. Through each of the portfolio, this required work for the country they are doing. Central government. Clarity. Tree. So it's a mango tree. Then it's asked details. The roots are there, the trunk, the branches, the peculiar leaves construction, only unique for the mango tree, and the flowering in the month of December, Jan, Feb. Then कच्चा आम फिर पकेंगे तो फल मीठा, all of that. Here also, what is jiva is these are the things. What is my body? So I say the hands and legs and all. Little more medically, it is a set of 9 systems which are continuously functional, and so many things. It's bundle of calcium, carbon, and phosphorus. Here also, who am I? The jiva. These are the things. First, gunanvayaha. We have seen it exhaustively yesterday. Yesterday's class, only 15 minutes. Don't miss. 15 minutes, that was the end part. We were doing all other chantings like every day. So, guna is equal to here vasana. So, what are the two main things with which the vasanas are made? Guna krita vasana, sorry, karma krita vasana and jnana krita vasana. So, jnana karma krita vasana mayaihi अन्वयः संबंधः यस्य सह गुणान्वयः jiva. Jiva is he, jiva bhava is that in which necessarily one ingredient is the association through the means of ahamta and the mamata with the vasanas which are created out of karmas and jnana. कर्म करने का, ज्ञान पाने का, वासनाओं के साथ, इंप्रेशंस के साथ, वो मैं हूं, वो मेरा है, ऐसा अन्वय कहते हैं, इसको संबंध कहते हैं, जिसको होता है वो जीव, है ना. लाइक अ डॉक्टर, हु इज अ डॉक्टर मीन्स हु हैज गॉट द अन्वय संबंध विथ हिज मेडिकल नॉलेज, his own hospital, his particular specialization, his chamber, his seat, his apparatus around, and the nurse or compounder who are attached to him, and number of particular patients. First floor patients, this doctor, second floor, this doctor, or first ward, second ward, or first 8 hours of the day, second 8, whichever the way. Isn't it? He is that doctor. Guna Anvayaha. He is Anvita with his medical knowledge and the degree position is given. Is he Sida or Juda? Sida, senior doctor, Juda, junior doctor. जो भी है. So in the same way, I am अभी conscious बनो. I am the Jiva, Tampada, where I have the association through Ahanta and Mamata with the Vasanas created because of Karma and Jnana. Karma is equal to Kartrutva, Karma, Karma Phala, Upabhoga. That leads to all of them can be vasanas. That's why when I make the tea, another how it is happening. The Kartrutva Vasana making the Karta, me. The Karma Vasana making me the Karma, do Karma. The Bhoktutva Vasana making me have the Bhoga of that tea. कर्म में ये सब इंग्रेडिएंट्स होते हैं. तो यहाँ कहा कर्म वासना, we have to add karma krita means all of them. So to the jnana krita vasana. Like morning you watch TV news before coming to class. So that jnana, there is no karma, jnana vasana. See today's all over India, especially in Maharashtra, in Andhra, Telangana, the Ganesha Bhagwan's Nimajjanam. In one single Hyderabad only there are 1,20,000 गणपति आज विसर्जित होंगे, which are put in the pandals, not at home. घर में तो 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा वो तो हो गए. On an average, every 20-30 people there is one Vinayaka put. 1 lakh means, you know, there's abadi of this much. So the news, it's called Jnana Vasana. See, I haven't, so I told you. I'm giving you imagination. The Jnana can be sometimes earlier thing also. So Jiva is Anvita with Guna. The Gunas are Vasanas. Vasanas are made up of Karma and Jnana. कर्म में अनुभव सारे भी आ जाते. So you have visited a pilgrimage. So the entire jnana aspect you remember, then along with it the karma also. है ना कि which mode of transport you took, which hotel you stayed, what did you do in that hotel, karma. So I checked into my room, I threw all the luggage, I took my camera, I came out, a beautiful snowfall is happening, very fresh perfect weather. So I click the photos. ये सब क्या है कर्म वासना. So I am associated with them. कि my jnanam my vasanas. Vedanta says the jnanam and vasanas or karma vasana jnana belong to the chitta. You are only a sakshi of it. You're leaving that sakshi bhava, L-E-A-V-A-N-G. Identifying with them as aham or mama, we have fallen to the level of jiva. Think this is what Vedantic teaching. So Gunanvaya is the jiva bhava and also hetu to be a samsari, a jiva. Because there is anvaya. In all our prakarana granthas, Upanishad, we see that you are a sakshi for all these upadhis. Buddhi is an upadhi. Its function is to gain the jnana. Karmendriyas are upadhis. Their job is to do the karma. An ego is there which monitors these karmas, which monitors these jnanams. Ego means an aham vritti individuality. That also is witnessed by me. I am not that also. अहंकार भी मैं नहीं हूं, उसका भी मैं साक्ष. ये आगे वाला श्लोक में विस्तार से आएगा. ठीक है. अब बिकॉज आई जस्ट थॉट let us go slowly regarding understanding about jiva once at least in our lifetime. So slowly we are seeing gunanvayata understood, one aspect of the jiva. The tvam. Even the animals also have their karma and jnana vasana. That's why they go to that particular place to graze the things. And when you give the wrong thing to it for grazing, it will smell and it has its own jnanam to say, this is not my staple food. I'll not. है ना गाय को वो खाना दो जो नहीं खाता वो नहीं खाएगा. Why? Because it's jnanam. It has its own karma vasana also in its own way. That's why you see the horse, when you ride it, it just moves. When you give it a direction signal, the dog also, when you hold the belt in your hand, immediately understands कि he is wanting to tie me and take me for a walk. है कि नहीं? Even the trees also, even though rudimentary, they have their own vasana for jnana and karma. They know who is at what time coming and giving water. That they know, we don't know. That is our ignorance. Yogis know it. The one who is watering it, such person comes near, the tree responds positively. The one who is coming to pluck every leaf and branch without rhyme reason, it knows it's a shatru. वो कांपता है वो. Karma also. When the water is added, it has a karma vasana. That's why it takes the water, the salts, the air, and then through all the variety of actions of photosynthesis, etc., the tree does that particular work. Whether giving fruits, flowers, vegetables, leaves, किसमें नहीं है बताओ वासना और कर्म का वासना और ज्ञान का वासना. Even a mosquito has got jnana vasana. That's why it goes to the person where the blood is there. And it does the karma of sucking the blood. गुदगुदी नहीं करती है वो. कान में आकर बोलती है कि आई एम टेकिंग योर ब्लड, ये पिछले जन्म का ऋण है, सो आप बस सोना, मैं सिर खून लेके जाता हूँ. It will tell. Even a honeybee also, how it goes to the flower and then behind and sucks that honey only. उसका अपना वो ज्ञान वासना है, उसका अपना वो कर्म वासना, वो जीव का वो है ना? क्रोकोडाइल्स कर्म वासना, ज्ञान वासना, इन एलिफेंट्स कर्म वासना, टाइगर्स। हम एग्जाम्पल्स दे रहे हैं कि वो सब भी जीव है, देह नहीं है। जीव को देह दिया जाता है कर्म एग्जॉस्ट करने के लिए, साधना करके तत्व को जानने के। Those yonis are where you can't do sadhana, but you exhaust karma. They are called bhoga yoni. With too much of papa, they get exhausted in narakatru. The relatively less papas are exhausted by giving this pashu yoni, where one suffers the heat, one suffers the rain, one suffers the cold. Because as a pashu, you cannot have a remedy. You can't think of, you only go through. That means the prarabdha is going on. That means bhoga yoni to that jiva in that pashu. As a human, both. Bhoga bhi hota hai prarabdha ka, and he can do purushartha also. And what purushartha to do to achieve what? That also he can know through intellect. Evolution in this intellect is the evolution of that jiva. And that's achieved by studying the shastras. बिग सब्जेक्ट हो गया ना, देखो डिस्कशन करते जाओ तुम। You and I are studying Shastra to know intellectually what we have to achieve, for that what to do. All that is called evolution. Jiva. So gunanvayaha, gunanam karma krita jnana krita vasanamaya mayaihi anvayaha yasya saha ayam gunanvaya. First is very clearly done. Second and third are very easy. What is that? Falakarma karta. He is Falakarma karta means Falarthasya karmanaha karta. Falarthasya karmanaha karta means he has some Fala apeksha in his mind, and he knows that Fala comes by this particular karma done. Therefore, of that karma he does it. Falarthasya karmanaha karta. This is Jiva. What is sadhaka? He also does the karma for Fala, but his Fala is not in terms of outer vastus, outer bhoga, but he wants the phala of antakarana shuddhi, sadhaka. And Jivan Mukta, he just expresses that karma through him for the loka kalyana. He is not doing the karma for karma phala. Yesterday we saw all the three, samsari, sadhaka, mukta. Third one, very interesting point, ki krutasya karma phalasya saha eva upabhokta. Of that karma done, he alone is the upabhokta of the phala. Isn't it? So, स्वयं कृत कर्मणाम, पुण्य कर्म किया तो पुण्य फल भोगता, सुख और पाप किया तो पाप कर्म का फल दुख का भोगता. So, jiva is karta, jiva is bhokta, jiva is the one who is identified with the karma vasanas and the jnana vasanas. See, when you become very sublime, introverted, contemplate on each of these words, try to grasp the meaning. Then when you start knowing what exactly I am now, the jiva and bound. And as we told you last 2 days, while explaining what makes him jiva, in that only explained how we are bound as a jiva. जीव का एक्सप्लेनेशन में ही जीव का बंधन का निर्वचन है, और उन बंधनों को छुटकारा पाना ही मोक्ष. कृतस्य कर्मणः उपभोक्ता. So the again lot of things that can be explained I am curtailing. इतना समझ लो कि today if I am having the bhoga of sukha and dukkha, only these two will be there final bhogas. These are all the phala of the karma earlier. Which type of the karma I have done? That decides both the things. If it is papa, it will give me dukkha. If it is punya, it will give me sukha. But it also decides through what way that sukha dukkha come to me. Is it physical through the diseases and pains, that dukkha, or is it monetary dukkha, or it is because the people, the dukkha, or it is because of any of the outer situations, outer projects, outer nature, है ना? इसलिए सब दुखी है अलग अलग रीजन से, है ना? कोई पैसे नहीं है तो दुख है, किसी को पत्नी नहीं है तो दुख है, किसी को पत्नी है तो दुखी है, कोई पुत्र नहीं है तो दुख है, कोई पुत्र है तो दुखी है. You understood? For them, because of loss in business, for somebody, there is a government pressure of some type. देख रहे हो ना? He is going through that phala. Krutasya karmana. So, like that, sukha also. If I am sukhi today, that is punya karmana phalam. Kruta karmana. In the doing of punya karma, that punya karma done becomes cause. Both for the sukha as well as in what way that sukha comes. It is coming to me because I am eating ice cream, or because I am relaxing in a sofa, or I am watching and enjoying a good movie, or a person comes and loves me, serves me. सुख होता है कि नहीं उसमें? वो means also are because of karma. That's why all are happy in different ways. Like all are dukhi in different ways. All are happy also in different ways. Not always, but happy. Not that every jiva is always dukhi only. No, no. Yeah, not necessary. Sukhi bhi hote. Not that your wife is always dukhi. No. When you are in the class, she is most happy. Isn't it? है ना? The jiva in her will say, "Oh, लो आ गया, क्लास खत्म हो गए, आ गए रे बाबा, आ गए रे." है ना? She should be intelligent. कि the moment इनका क्लास हो जाते हैं, she should go to her class so that she can always be in the mukta स्थिति. कृतस्य कर्मणः उपभोक्ता. सुखी दुखी इस जीव. है ना? See that is why in कर्म युग में वो फल कृष्णार्पणम. फल को आप पुण्य कर्म का फल आप छोड़ सकते हो, पाप का नहीं. पाप का प्रायश्चित थोड़े हो सकते हैं. द गॉड्स ग्रेस में रिमूव लिटिल, बट दैट वी हैव टू डू. नो, इन द आत्मज्ञान संचित विल बी बर्न, बट यू हैव टू गेन दैट. तभी होगा, नहीं तो मिलेगा ही आपको. कर्म किया तो उसका फल मिलेगा ही. Three things are done. Then Saha Vishwarupaha, the fourth one. What is Vishwarupaha? Saha Vishwarupaha means Nana Rupa. He is of various Rupa, the Jiva. In that, the two things you understand, when he is in one Sharira, from the birth till the death, continuously he is Nana Rupa. Again, in that also, continuous changes. One day healthy, unhealthy, good mood, not mood. ये सारे नाना रूप में आते. This is one. Beyond this one Sharira, depending on his karmas, depending on his deserving the karma phala, millions of rupas he takes, Shariras. That's the meaning of Vishwarupa, in Sarva Rupa. And then in this thought, a lot of things beautiful to discuss. One thought I'll convey just to save time. Ki as a jiva, till I experience Paramatma Jnana, Paramatma Anubhuti and get moksha. In the past, how many things I might have gone through, I don't know. And whatever I have not gone through, in future I may go through if I desire and do the works. हाँ ना, इसलिए कोई भी आपके आंख के सामने देखते हैं ना, ज्यादा मायना नहीं देना किसी को. ओनली वन क्वेश्चन, हैव आई रियलाइज्ड द सेल्फ और नॉट. बाकी सारा एज आई सेड, है ना? There is somebody who is the richest person in the country with lakhs and crores of rupees. अरे उस जीव का अपने पुण्य का फल का वो पोजीशन है. So what? Before his birth into this sharira, he was not there in this position, no? And once he leaves this body, अगले जन्म में where he will be born, how does we know? So what is great about it? If somebody is so rich. So we should not seek that. Somebody is the greatest person in terms of this profession, this knowledge, this doing, that doing. उसको ये नोबेल प्राइज मिला, इसको ये भारत रत्न मिला. अरे भाई ये सब करो तो मिलते हैं, किए होंगे हमने, हमको भी बहुत मिले होंगे. Like my grandfather, father died. Whatever their awards, rewards, they remain here only, no certificates. खेल कूद में प्रतियोगिता में उनको प्राइज मिला, एक कप दिए. He did not take that. So too, lot of cups we might have got in the earlier life. We did not bring them. So yes, you might be a collector in one of your life. है ना? डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर, बिल कलेक्टर, गार्बेज कलेक्टर, कुछ तो बने होंगे. They are not so great. हाँ, वन वे ग्रेट कि वर्किंग हार्ड टू बिकम इंद्र, वर्किंग हार्ड टू बिकम ब्रह्मदेव, वर्किंग हार्ड टू बिकम मुख्यमंत्री इज नॉट एन ऑर्डिनरी टास्क, बट नॉट इम्पॉसिबल आल्सो, एंड नॉट सो ग्रेट बिकॉज इट आल्सो गोज अवे वन डे. देखो हम इतना देखते हैं लोग अपने पोजीशन से गिरते जाते हैं, फिर भी हमको समझ में नहीं आता कि वी शुड नॉट सीक दैट. सो टू इन अवर ओन लाइफ, how many names and fames and respects and loves and positions we went on getting and losing also. Without our effort, many things happened. It means past phala, karma, punya karma ke phala ka. और without our effort, they are going also away. ये जानकर भी हम उससे डिटैच नहीं होते. That is the moha, delusion. That's why we have to become cool, calm thinker. Think, the one who thinks about what is me and what is happening in and around me, he is called spiritual. आत्मा के अधि विचारण करने वाले को अधिआत्मक आध्यात्मिक कहते हैं. स्वकृतस्य कर्मणा स उपभोक्ता स विश्वरूपः. देन द रिमेनिंग टुमारो. ओम 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 पूर्णमद. ओम शांति शांति. थैंक यू. अब गीता थोड़ा पढ़ लो.